everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast. I'm Lucy, and today we're tackling one of the most stressful situations for English learners, navigating the airport. If you've ever felt anxious about flying because you weren't sure what to say or how to ask for help, this episode is for you. By the end of this episode, you'll navigate any airport with confidence, from the moment you arrive until you collect your baggage. You'll know exactly what to say at check-in, how to get through security smoothly, and what to do when things go wrong. If you're new here, subscribe to English Podcast for daily English practice. We make real English simple and practical. Let's start at the very beginning. Arriving at the airport and getting checked in for your flight. First, you need to find the check-in counter for your airline. Here's the essential vocabulary you need to know. Listen and repeat. Check-in counter. Check-in counter. Boarding pass. Boarding pass. Seat assignment. Seat assignment. Confirmation number. Confirmation number. Now let me show you exactly how this conversation works. I'll play both the passenger and the check-in agent so you can hear the complete interaction. As the passenger, I approach the counter and say, "Hi, I have a flight to Chicago at 3 p.m. The agent responds, "Perfect. May I see your ID and confirmation number?" As the passenger, I reply, "Here's my driver's license. My confirmation number is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. The agent says, "Great. Would you prefer a window or aisle seat?" I respond, "An aisle seat, please." Now, speak along with me. We'll practice the passenger side together. "Hi. I have a flight to Chicago at 3 p.m. Here's my driver's license. My confirmation number is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. An aisle seat, please." Pause the video now and practice asking for both a window seat and an aisle seat. Say, "A window seat, please," and "An aisle seat, please." Try both options. Notice how I said, "May I see?" This is polite formal language that airport staff use. They're not demanding, they're asking politely. This is standard professional English in service situations. After check-in, you head to security. This is where many travelers get nervous, but the key is understanding what they'll ask you to do. Listen and repeat. Security checkpoint. Security checkpoint. Metal detector. Metal detector. Carry-on bag. Carry-on bag. Electronics. Electronics. Here's the typical security conversation. The TSA officer says, "Please remove your shoes, belt, and any electronics larger than a phone." As a passenger, you might ask, "Do I need to take out my laptop?" The officer responds, "Yes, laptops go in a separate bin." You say, "What about my tablet?" The officer replies, "Tablets can stay in your bag if they're smaller than a laptop." Speak along with me for the passenger questions. Do I need to take out my laptop? What about my tablet? Should I remove my watch? Pause the video now and practice asking these security questions. The key is asking when you're unsure rather than guessing. The key here is following instructions quickly and asking clarifying questions when unsure. Security officers appreciate when you ask instead of doing the wrong thing. It actually speeds up the process. Once you're through security, you need to find your gate and wait for boarding. Gates can be confusing, so don't be afraid to ask for directions. Listen and repeat. Departure gate. Departure gate. Boarding announcement. Boarding announcement. Boarding group. Boarding group. Gate number. Gate number. Here's what happens when boarding begins. The announcement says, "Now boarding Group A for Flight 425 to Chicago." As a passenger, you approach the staff and ask, "Excuse me, is this the line for Chicago?" The staff member responds, "Yes, this is Group A boarding." "What's your boarding group?" You check your boarding pass and say, "I'm in Group B. Should I wait?" They reply, "Yes, we'll call Group B in about 5 minutes." Speak along with me. "Excuse me, is this the line for Chicago?" "I'm in Group B. Should I wait?" Thank you for letting me know. Pause the video now and practice reading your boarding pass information out loud. Find the gate number, boarding group, and seat number on any boarding pass example. Boarding groups are called in order A, B, C, and sometimes D. Don't rush if you're in Group C. Wait for your group to be called. This keeps the process organized and reduces crowding. Once you board the plane, you need to find your seat and store your carry-on bag. Sometimes there are mix-ups, so here's how to handle them politely. Listen and repeat. Overhead bin. Overhead bin. Seat belt. Seat belt. Flight attendant. Flight attendant. Row number. Row number. You find your row and say to the person in your seat, "Excuse me, is this seat 12A?" They respond, "Actually, I think you're in 12B. 12A is the window seat." You say, "Oh, you're right. Thank you for checking." If you need help, you ask the flight attendant, "Excuse me, could you help me find my seat?" The flight attendant says, "Of course. What's your seat number?" Speak along with me. "Excuse me, is this seat 12A?" "Oh, you're right. Thank you for checking. Excuse me, could you help me find my seat?" Pause the video now and practice asking the flight attendant for drinks or snacks. Say, "Could I have some water, please? And do you have any pretzels?" Always check your seat number twice. Row number first, then letter. A is always the window on the left side. F is the window on the right side in most planes. The middle seats are usually C and D. By the way, if you're finding this useful, hit that like button and share this with friends or family who are learning English. It really helps us out. When you land at your destination, you need to collect your checked baggage. Sometimes this can be confusing because big airports have multiple baggage claim areas. Listen and repeat. Baggage claim. Baggage claim. Carousel number. Carousel number. Ground transportation. Ground transportation. Arrivals hall. Arrivals hall. You approach an airport worker and ask, "Excuse me, which carousel is for the Chicago flight?" The worker responds, "Flight 425 is on Carousel 3, down the hall to your right." You say, "Thank you. How long does baggage usually take?" They reply, usually about 15 to 20 minutes after arrival. Later, you might ask, where can I find taxis and rideshare pickup? They say, ground transportation is on level 1. Follow the signs for taxis and rideshare. Speak along with me. Excuse me, which carousel is for the Chicago flight? Thank you. How long does baggage usually take? Where can I find taxis and rideshare pickup? Pause the video now and practice asking about different transportation options. Buses, rental cars, and hotel shuttles. Baggage claim numbers are announced on the plane during landing and displayed on monitors throughout the arrivals area. Don't worry if you forget. Just ask any airport employee in uniform. Sometimes things go wrong when traveling. Here are the most common problems and exactly what to say to get help quickly. If you miss a connecting flight, say, I missed my connecting flight. What are my options? The airline will help you get on the next available flight. If your baggage doesn't arrive, say, my suitcase didn't arrive. Where do I report this? Go to the baggage service office near the baggage claim area. If your flight is delayed, ask, how long is the delay? Will I make my connection? They can help you rebook if needed. Here are your emergency phrases for any airport crisis. Listen and repeat. I need assistance. I need assistance. Where is customer service? Where is customer service? Can you help me please? Can you help me please? Speak along with me for these emergency situations. I missed my connecting flight. What are my options? My suitcase didn't arrive. Where do I report this? I need assistance, please. Remember, airport employees are there to help you. Don't be afraid to ask questions when something goes wrong. Understanding American airport culture will make your experience much smoother. Here are the unwritten rules. Arrive 2 hours early for domestic flights, 3 hours for international flights. This isn't just a suggestion. It's necessary because of security lines and check-in procedures. TSA pre-check speeds up security but costs money and requires an application. If you travel frequently to the US, it's worth it. Tipping is not expected at airports, unlike restaurants. You don't tip check-in agents, security officers, or gate agents. Stay in line and wait your turn. Americans value fairness in queuing. Cutting in line is considered very rude. Have your documents ready before approaching any counter. This shows respect for other people's time. Don't save seats at the gate unless someone is coming right back. Gate seating is first come, first served. Perfect. You now know how to navigate every step of the airport experience, from check-in to baggage claim. You have the vocabulary, the conversations, and the cultural knowledge to travel with confidence. Your challenge this week. Record yourself practicing one complete airport conversation. Start with check-in and practice both sides, the passenger questions and the agent responses. This will prepare you for real situations. Subscribe to English Podcast for more real English lessons every day. Give this episode a like if it helped you. And let us know in the comments which airport situation makes you most nervous. We read every comment and use them for future episodes. Remember our motto, real English for real life. Until next time, keep practicing and happy travels.